Hello everyone, this is Ali Taylor. Today we're going to be looking at Apple Classroom and I'm going to show you how to set up your classes, how to transfer documents to the students and how they can send them back, etc. So let's get started. Okay, so this is my home screen and I'm going to go into Classroom. This is on every teacher's iPad. So when you log into it, it will ask you to create your class. So you tap on Create Class and you give it a name. So for the purposes of training, I'm going to be P5 Miss Hill. I can then use a symbol and a colour and that's you ready. Then all you need to do is tap in to your class and invite your students. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that all students have got Bluetooth turned on. They need to go into settings and they will find Classroom just underneath Bluetooth. They need to tap on that and I'll show you what the students will see. So when I invite the students, it will come up with a code and this is the code that students are given. So to let you see what students can see, this is the pop-up that comes up when they tap on Classroom and Settings. My class is there, their name is there and it's ready for them to enter the code that I've given them. Okay, so back into Classroom. So this is the code. So I have one student in my class. So I am going to get him to put in the code. So he is going to add P5 Miss Hill and the code which is 0280. And you can see he's immediately come up on my screen and your whole class will come up on the screen and you just tap on Add. Okay, now in order to see all the screens of all the students in the class, you can just tap on Screens. So you can see along the top you've got a number of functions. If you tap on Screens, you can see what Billy is looking at. Okay, we're now going to run through the functions at the top. So the first one we're going into is Open. Now that has got an App Store symbol on it. If I tap on it, you have all the apps that the students have on their iPads. Now imagine that you want to have all the class just on one particular app. Then what you can do is you just need to tap on the app that you want them to go into. So let's imagine that this is a geography lesson and we're going to look at maps. You can lock your app in to stop them coming out of it, and that is just the slider at the bottom. You just tap on the app that you want them all to use. And if you want to check to make sure that Billy is on maps, we'll just tap on Billy, tap on Screens, and there we have it. Billy is in maps. So this can be applied to all the class or just to individual students. The second one I want to show you is Navigate. Now Navigate, if I tap on it, this is where you can save websites into favourites and then the students will just have access to that particular website. This means that you won't have them researching for hours on a particular topic. You're able to guide them. So if I go into Safari, go into my favourites, I have History of Scottish Borders. That's what I want everybody to be looking at. I will tap on it and just to show you that that's where Billy is, let's just have a look at his screen and here we have it. This is the website that I want all the students to be researching from. Okay, so you've just got to remember to save your websites into your favourites. Okay, one of the very powerful tools in Apple Classroom is lock. You can lock all the students in the class when you're wanting to speak to them, and then you can unlock them again. So I'm going to lock this class by tapping on lock. The iPad is now locked, just to let you see what it looks like. Let's view it. That's what Billy can see. And then once the teacher has finished speaking, she can then unlock the whole class. And then that brings the class back to normal again. Okay, something else that you can do, you can actually set up groups within Apple Classroom. So if you have a composite class, you can have 2 groups within one class. And this makes it easier if you're wanting to transfer documents just to particular students. So if I just tap on group, so it's the little cross here, tap on it, I can call this one, say, P5. Okay, like that. And then what you can do is you just tap on the students, all the screens of the students who are in P5, and they will automatically go into that group. So that's, a very useful function. Now the next thing I want to show you is transferring documents to the students in the class. So this is fairly easy to do, but it does take a bit of practice getting used to this. So what you need to do is very firmly from the bottom, you need to press up and bring up the dock. So this is the dock of all the apps at the bottom. And the one that we're interested in is your Files app, because that's got the documents in that you want to transfer to the students. So you just very firmly press on the Files app and you drop it. And you can make this go smaller or larger. Okay. All right, so I want to transfer to my whole class a worksheet that I've put together, and it's called Time. So on the right hand side, I choose the document and I very firmly press on it and I drag it over to my class and make sure the little green cross is on it, and then I drop it. Okay, so what it's actually doing now, it's performing an action. It's been sent to Billy Castle and Billy will accept it on his screen. Okay, so this is now on his screen. Okay, to let you see what Billy can see, this is the document that Billy has received. Okay, so now I want Billy to fill in the clocks. So I want him to add the hands to each of the clocks. We'll just do the first 2. Now to do that, he can use something called markup, which is the little pen in the circle on the top right hand corner. So if you tap on that, it will bring up all your pens and colours along the bottom. So you say to them, I want the first clock to be 8 o'clock and the second one to be 6 o'clock. So the students will choose the pen that they want to use and the colour. And then they will go up. So the first one is 8 o'clock, like that. And the second one is 6 o'clock. Now students are actually quite used to using this because they use markup, in their phones and iPads that they have at home. So they're actually quite used to using this. Now I want them to actually type the times underneath each clock. Now to do this, they need to tap on the cross key, which is down where the pens are. They tap on text. Up comes a text box. You move the text box, you tap in it, you edit it, and you type in this case, it will be 8 p.m. And then tap away, and there it is. We'll do one for the other one. So it's plus text. Move the text box to where you want it to go. Just move this one up like that. Tap on the text box, tap on edit, and this time it's going to be 6 a.m. Tap away, and there it is. When they've finished the sheet, you obviously want it to come back to you so that you can give them feedback. To do that, the students need to airdrop the document back to you. Now, to do that, on the top left-hand corner, there's a square with an arrow, which is called the share button. They just tap on that. They go into airdrop, which is the blue circles. Tap on that. Up will come the teacher's name. They will tap on the teacher's name, and it is now airdropped to the teacher. Okay, right, to let you see what I have received, I will go back in to Apple Classroom, take you back to the full screen, and if we have a look at the top right hand corner again, you have another little app that's jumped up that has sharing underneath it and the number 1. So if I tap on that, it says here that Billy has shared a file. You tap on it, you open it, and up should pop Billy's work. And there's Billy's work. And then you can tap on it, and then you can give him feedback. So this is feeding back either by writing the feedback or typing the feedback. Okay, just to let you know about airdropping, teachers can airdrop to students, students can airdrop to teachers, but they can't airdrop to one another. Okay, all right, so just going back into Apple Classroom, we have covered all the functions, and we've looked at obviously transferring documents from the teacher to the students, from the students to the teachers. So I hope that is helpful for you. Okay, many thanks.